Hi everyone, welcome back to Everything Stitching. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make the cutest little gift bags. Yes, you heard me, we're going to crochet tiny little gift bags, little small ones that you can put small gifts like maybe jewelry or little tiny trinkets, right? So it's really fun. Or maybe even possibly some crochet stuff, like maybe you bought a pack of stitch markers or tapestry needles and you want to give them as a gift to a fellow crocheter or anything like that, right? Or little candies. It's too fun. Okay, so what you're going to need is a medium weight yarn, whatever pattern, colors, whatever you want. I am choosing this one. I think it's going to look really pretty with all the variegated colors to make up this really pretty gift bag. And then I'm going to be using a 4mm crochet hook. And the stitches you're going to need to know how to do is you're going to need to know how to chain. You're going to need to know how to do your double crochet and treble crochet. Otherwise, it's going to be easy peasy. So this is pretty beginner friendly as long as you know how to do a double crochet and a treble crochet. If you don't know how to do those, I do have a beginner series, so feel free to check that out in my channel and I walk you through it. So what you're going to need to do to get started on this particular project is we're going to need to chain 17 plus 1 chain for turning. So you're going to want to chain a total of 18. Okay, so we have our chain 18. As you can see, we're already having fun with the different colors. I love that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the second chain from your hook, you're going to do a double crochet. So if you look, not the first one, but the second one, you're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, put your hook into that second chain from the hook, pull up and do your double crochet. And then what you're going to do for the rest of this row is 1 double crochet into each chain until you get back to the end. So you're going to end up doing a total of 17. Okay, so I did my 17 double crochets all the way back down. Now when you get to the end, you're going to go ahead and chain 1. And then you're going to do 1 double crochet into that first double crochet. Okay, so right here is the first one, so I'm going to do another one. And then I'm going to do a double crochet into each stitch again until I reach the end. So we're just doing a whole nother row of double crochet. So we're going to do another 17. So I finished my second row of 17 double crochets. Now what I'm going to do is basically the same thing for the next few rows. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to do a double crochet into that first stitch. So you're just going through each row of doing 17 double crochets, and then when you get to the end of the round, you're only chaining 1. I know typically you chain 2 or 3 for a double crochet, but we don't want the sides to be big on this one. So that's why we're doing just chaining 1. So like I said, this is very beginner friendly because you're basically just doing rows of double crochet for now and just chaining 1. And just work, work, work. What's really nice is if you have a multicolored yarn when you're making this, it gives a lot of fun contrast with only having to work with one yarn. I can actually make another video of how to make this gift bag by using 2 different colors and by putting a cute heart in the center of your gift bag, and that's really sweet too. So like maybe you're doing white or black or gray or something like that around the edges, and then your heart's like pink or red or something like that. It's really pretty. So now that we're at the end here, I'm going to do our last double crochet into that stitch. Make sure that you're catching all of your stitches and that you do end up with a total of 17 at the end of your row. So go ahead and count it out to make sure. Okay, so now that we finished row 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now we're going to work row 6. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, which is going to represent 1 treble crochet, okay? Now this is where we're going to start working on that. Now we're going to miss the first double crochet and then we're going to do a treble crochet into the next stitch, okay? So 1, 2, we're missing 1, going into the next one, and we're going to do a treble crochet. Remember, if you don't know how to do a treble crochet, watch my other video. I definitely walk you guys through it really slowly. Okay, now we're going to chain 1. We're going to miss the next stitch again, and then we're going to repeat what we've been doing this whole, what we're going to do for this row, which is treble crochet now. So skipping 1, going into the next one. Okay, chain 1, skipping 1, going into the next one. Now, mind you, if you want, if you wanted to, I missed that one. I didn't go over my hook twice for the treble crochet. Okay, so we're skipping 1, going into the next one. And if you guys need a written pattern for this, feel free to let me know. I can do that for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this for this whole row where I chain 1 in between, skipping a stitch, and then doing our treble crochet until we get to the end. Okay, so I made it to the end of the row. What you want to make sure that you have is a total of 9 chain 1 spaces. So we have 1 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to work on row 7. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and then we're going to do a double crochet into the first chain space. So see this space? We're going to do a double crochet into that. Okay. And then we're going to do a double crochet into each treble crochet stitch as well. And then what we're going to do is just do, for this whole row, we're going to do 1 double crochet into each chain space and into each treble crochet. So you're going to total up with 17 again. Okay, I finished that row and I ended up with 17 total double crochets. Now for rows 18 or rows 8 all the way through 31, so we're going to do many rows of the same thing right now. What we're going to do is we're just going to chain 1 and double crochet into each stitch until you get to the end, chain 1, turn your work again. So make sure that at the end of each row you're chaining 1, turning your work, and then you're going to do a total of 17 double crochets, and you're going to continue that back and forth until you finish row 31. Then when you finish row 31, I'm sorry, not 31, 45. I was thinking 31 if we were going to be making the pattern where we add that little heart into the center of it, but this one we're not. We're trying to make this one super basic, right? So what I'll do is I'll make another video showing you guys how to do that heart one, but let's focus on this easy one. So rows 8 through 45, you're going to be doing a chain 1 at the end, turning your work, and then doing 17 double crochets until you get to the end, chain 1, turn your work, and then so on and so forth until you finish a total of, or until you get to the end of row 45. Then when you get to the end of row 45, then let's talk. and I'll show you guys what to do next. And now we're going to work on the other part like this, so that way when we fold it up like this, that's where your tie is going to go through. Okay, so we're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3. Turn our work, and then we're going to skip the first one and go into the second one. So we're going to do a treble crochet into that second one, just like we did on this area, right? So then what we're going to do is chain 1 and then do a treble crochet by skipping 1 and then going into the next one. So that's going to be the pattern for this row, where we chain 1 after we do a treble crochet, skip a stitch, and then crochet into that next stitch. And just do that until you get to the end. And then I will show you what's next. Okay, so I finished my last treble crochet, and now we're going to work on the next round. So we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do a double crochet into the first chain space, and then a double crochet into the treble space, and then so on and so forth as we work our way down. So 1 double crochet into each chain space and 1 double crochet into each treble crochet stitch until you work your way all the way down, and you're going to end up again with 17 total double crochets when you're finished with this row. Okay, so I finished my 17 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and then we're going to do a double crochet into each stitch all the way back down to finish off the other top portion of the bag, just like we did on this side. So we're going to be folding it like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish that. Once again, you're going to be doing a total of 17 double crochets, and we are almost done with this cute little gift bag. You literally can get this done in a day, right? Obviously, but like, I don't know, if you work throughout the day, like on your lunch break or something like that, just do a little bit here and there, and you can have it done in a day, unless you have the time to sit down and just bust it all out in one sitting. That is also a possibility. It's definitely a doable project that you can get done in a day, whether you sit down and do it all at once or you do different spurts of it. Okay, so now that we've finished that last row, now what we're going to do is actually fold this and get it put together. So let me move this a bit further away so you can see what I'm doing. So what you're going to want to do, well, there's 2 different ways to do this. A few different ways, actually. So you could do the technique where you fold your 2 wrong sides together, and that way, whatever stitching you're doing, it's going to line up. You're going to see it. Or you can do it where the 2 good sides are together, and then whatever you're crocheting, when you flip it out, you won't see it, right? So it depends on what you want to do. Okay, actually, before we go ahead and sew up the sides, I was looking at it, and you know what? I decided I wanted to do 1 row of single crochet at the top of this one before I finish it off, because when you fold it, it was lining up pretty good, but just a bit too much because of your beginning chain. And I was just like, you know what? I don't like the way this is looking. I really want to add in an extra row here. And that's the really nice thing about crocheting or any kind of crafting project is you can make it look how you want it to look. So for instance, even this pattern that I'm showing you guys, if you want to do it slightly different, go for it. That's what patterns are for, is to show you how to do something. And then if you want to make slight changes here and there, then go for it. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm almost done with my last row of single crochet. Okay, so I think what I've decided to do, I think I'm just going to, I don't know, I think I'm gonna go on the outside or the inside. Yeah, you know what, I think I want to do a single crochet down this line and then single crochet down there. I think that's gonna look really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tie off, oh gosh, let me get a pair of scissors. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie it off and then just weave in the ends super quick, nothing crazy. It's not like it's a wearable, right? We're not going to be like tugging on it like crazy. And then once we pull on that, it'll go in. Okay. And then, okay, well, I don't know where that one fell. That's why you have to have lots and lots of tapestry needles around you at all times. You never know when one's going to go rogue. Okay. Done. So now let's put this together. Look how cute this is. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I really like this yarn color too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do single crochet. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is go ahead and make a slip knot. Get it on your hook. Get on your first stitch. Okay. Whoop. And you're just going to, whoo, try that again. You're going to do a slip stitch to get it started, okay? So you're in your first stitch and you're just going to do a slip stitch to get your work started. Now you can actually single crochet all the way back down the row until your whole bag is together. And you're going to notice some bits and pieces are going to be easier to crochet through and some bits are going to be a little bit tougher, and that's totally normal. You just want to make sure that as you're crocheting, that when you get to the section with the treble crochet, that lines up, so that way you can weave whatever kind of tie that you're going to use through it. So it can be a ribbon, or you can make like a chain out of your crochet material. I did 3 single crochets right there. I think that looks good. But yeah, just keep working your way all the way down. And then when we get to the end, we're going to tie off, and then we're just going to work on the other side. Same thing. Okay, so I did the single crochet all the way around, both sides, and then I just tied off. Now see where we did the treble crochet? That's where we're going to weave in our ribbon, or you can use you can make like a chain out of the same yarn or different yarn to be contrasting. Totally up to you. But what I like to do is I like to find which side of my bag I want to be the like front and center. It doesn't usually matter because it's usually the same, but if you have variegated yarn, sometimes you just like the way the pattern looks on one side versus the other. And then you're going to want to start in the middle, and you're just going to weave in and out, okay? And then same here, just in and out. So you would do that same thing if you were also using like chain that you made out of the yarn. But basically you weave it in and out, and then it's kind of like a drawstring, and you can kind of pull your little bag closed, and then you'll have like a cute little gift bag. So let me try and get it so you guys could see. But basically you would then tie it, make your little bow, attach a cute little card. If you had the kind of ribbon that you can get your scissors and like make it like twist and twirl or curl, you can do that. You can YouTube a really extravagant bow and tie it that way. Or if it's your yarn, anything like that, right? It's just, it's so pretty. And then just give it a cute little like diagonal cut. Kind of just ends it, right? Little finishing touch. It's just so pretty. Like I said, these are great gift bags for literally anything. And you can make this gift bag like much smaller than this. So like if you had like, I don't know, a pair of earrings, right? And you're going to give away earrings or something like that, and you just wanted a tiny little one, you did the exact same thing, but just miniaturized, right? Or like if you had a really big gift to give, you're doing the exact same pattern, but you're just making it larger. Basically, your first chain is going to be how big you want the width of your bag to be. And then you continue to build until you get it to the length, once you fold it, of the size that you want your bag to be for whatever your gift is. So honestly, if you use this pattern, you can tweak it so that way you can have it tiny, large, or this size. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I had a lot of fun making this one. It's very practical, it's pretty, it's awesome, it's fun, it's easy, it's beginner friendly. It's all the things we look for in crocheting. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.